Account director is a sort of pivotal role within the agency. I've kind of got two areas of responsibility. One is with our clients, so the people that employ us to do their advertising and marketing communications, keeping in contact with them, liaising with them, sorting out projects, budgets and everything that meets their requirements. The other side of the job is managing those projects through the agency, working with all my colleagues in the various different departments to actually deliver the end product, whether it be a TV ad or a website. On a day-to-day basis, I think the work sort of divides into two parts. Part of it would be dealing with current projects, so it's a lot of project management. So I might be talking with a creative team about developing a new piece of advertising, talking with someone in production or a production company about actually making it, how much it's going to cost, how long the timings will take, when we can actually get an ad on air, for example. And then the other part of the job would be planning. So discussing with a client what we might be doing in the next 12 months, looking at, say, some competitor advertising and seeing how we may react with our brand as a result of seeing that activity, discussing with media agencies and other partner agencies what they're doing and how that might influence the activity that we do here at DCH. One project I've worked on recently, which gives you a sense of how it all works, is some new TV ads we did for Money Supermarket in the middle of last year. A classic way that would have come about would be I would have a sort of ongoing conversations with the client about their business, how it's doing, what things they might wish to communicate in the future. And in one of those conversations, there were a number of sort of key elements that the client wanted to get in their advertising that currently wasn't in it. So that led to the client actually coming to the agency, talking to the whole team here about all those things, and we agreed that they'd make a very good TV campaign. So subsequently from that meeting and further discussions, I would then put together a creative brief. That would then be briefed to a creative team who would actually write the ads, come up with the ideas. We would review those internally, and through a lot of kind of refinement, eventually we'd have something we'd all be happy with, everyone in the agency, to present to the client. It was at that stage that the sort of button is pressed and things on bits of paper actually start to become reality. So before that can happen, we have to agree how much is it going to cost, who's going to be the voiceover for it, what's the look for it, so everything before the client actually hands over their money and says, please do it. Once we're actually in the production stage, it can be quite intensive. It's ensuring that every part of the process is approved by the client at the relevant stages. And then eventually, after a sort of 8 to 10 week period, because these ads were computer generated, so they slowly developed, we ended up with a finished ad. We did a voiceover with the artist that we'd selected to do that, and then a couple of weeks later, the ads were on air. I think if you're looking to get into the industry, the key thing I would say is have a real passion for brands and products and services that you might be doing the advertising marketing for. Because in this industry, energy and enthusiasm really does go a long way to making you seem attractive as a candidate, and also being able to get on with the job. On a day-to-day basis, you need a huge amount of sort of energy and determination to make projects happen, to work in conjunction with your colleagues to deliver the end results. Also, the focus on brands, I think, is important because it's not purely about just making a TV ad. You've got to have a sense of what a brand is, how it fits within a company, and the other facets of how that brand might be promoted. So what is its packaging like, what stores is it available in, what PR activity is going on for the brand, what sponsorship is going on for the brand, what does that say about the brand in total. So I think if you were turning up for an interview or really looking to get in, thinking about brands in their totality, and then the specifics of how that agency or that company brings those to life, I think it stands you in good stead.